Before I was a Christian, just came from an atheist family, didn't believe there was a God, no intention of trying to believe if there was a God. Ended up in Eastbourne for university, studying sports science. Initially I met Ruth, and I knew Ruth was a Christian. On Sunday morning I sort of texted her and said, do you mind if I come to church with you this morning? At the time I think it was just to try and impress her kind of thing, like I'm trying to go to church for you. And then she went back home for Northampton for a weekend, and I remember just sitting in Central on my own without Ruth there and sort of having serious questions of well, why am I sitting in church if Ruth's not here and I've got up early in the morning, walked all the way to town to go to church? There must be something that's drawing me in. I ended up on an Alpha course, which is great because I met new friends, people who were in the same position as me, didn't really believe in God but wanted to explore. We had a prayer day, and I remember just Dave was saying, if anyone wants to get prayed for, please just let us know. I remember just having this absolute overwhelming, strong feeling and urge that I have to be prayed for right now. So when Dave and June were both praying for me, I started feeling this absolute overwhelming peace and love and just rest and contentment. And it was something that at first was just like, wow, because I've just never experienced anything like that before. So then after they finished praying, I just had this loud voice just straight in my head, and it was so convincing, just saying, go home, go to sleep, follow me and I'll teach you. So then I went home and went to bed. I had this dream where Jesus just came to me, revealed himself to me in this dream and just spoke to me, and he said that you need to forgive these people and just follow me and I'll teach you. So I woke up from the dream and instantly knew that I had to give my life to Christ. Absolutely amazing. And it was that there and then moment where I gave my life to Jesus. So that was 10 months ago, and since then my whole attitude in life, I believe, has changed. At King's I did the Alpha, I did the Alpha Plus, I did the Rooted, I did some of the Equip, and now I'm up here in Liverpool. I moved here, I moved straight into the first house I could find in Walton, and then I moved over intentionally to Netherton, which is a real rough and deprived community where the Eden Church have moved in. And the whole idea is to build relationships and live church with these people. When everyone's trying to move out, we move in with God. And through that we run youth clubs for young people, we run drop-ins for adults, we do discipleship groups which are just growing and growing and growing. It's just great to see that God is really with us in Netherton. My mum, who's not a Christian, she texted me just the other day and was like, I'm really proud of you. And I said, why are you proud of me? And she said, well, since you've become a Christian, you've just changed so much. Becoming a Christian was perfect for you. And that just means a lot because it kind of reflects on what the work of God is doing in my life. I just feel like I'm seeing everything through a new lens. Jesus truly has just transformed my life.
So you've been up here for about 4 months now, working with young people in Netherton. Can you tell us a story of what you've seen God do recently?
Yeah, for sure. So we had a young guy in the youth club 2 weeks ago who was complaining about a bad foot. So me and Tom, we boldly said to him, well, we believe as Christians we can pray for healing on your foot. He didn't really believe us, but then we started to pray, and we prayed 3 times, every time saying, is it better? And he said, yeah, it's a little bit better, a little bit better. By the end of us praying for healing on this guy's foot, God had come down straight there and healed his foot. You could see on his face he had encountered God. He was amazed. He was standing on his foot, testing it if it was still hurting, and you could really see that God had touched him at that point. And from that he's asked questions, and going on the higher thing tonight, we're really hoping he's going to make a decision to follow Jesus off the back of that healing.